All right, here's another way of playing the same rhythm stuff. Uh, I'm glad you told me about the chord thing. I would highly recommend that you do get used to those chords anyway. But the main thing we want to do is fix the strumming. Strumming being fixed is absolutely 100% a necessity. It has to happen. That absolutely has to happen. Um, I know you mentioned Exodus. I can't remember what other bands that you're into. Just like power chords are such a huge, huge part of metal, and that's one thing where I want us to get back into. Things like this. And if the strumming isn't happening now, and things like that are happening, it's going to prevent, well, all kinds of things. And like being able to do things like this, that's going to certainly allow you to do things like that pretty better. The chord thing, and I mentioned like, what did you mention? How did you say it? Like fingers being tangled. The scale run things. You got to do all kinds of crazy things with the fingers as well. And like there's all kinds of riffs and whatnot. Basing things off of like chord shapes. So it certainly is useful, because like you mentioned, like, you know, probably already saw it in the email, but I'm going to do give you the link to the website again, so you can read through everything, because the roadmap, it's there, it's laid out. I probably should update the site to make it easier to read. It's also covered in the intro video, so definitely, you know, give that a watch again if you haven't done so yet. Watch it now. Basically, the strumming's got to get down. We got to get the strumming down so we can work on, you know, hitting those other rhythms that you didn't have in the your initial video where you're demonstrating things. So this way, you know, you don't have to. Basically, look, the roadmap's there. So we got to get the rhythm stuff down. So we can be able to do the more technical things later on. So the foundation's got to be there. The strumming has to be there. So we're doing the clean core stuff right now because it's it just sounds nicer hitting big things like this. And I want you to be doing these really big movements here. Why is that so buzzy? This guitar needs a battery. Well, it seems like it's okay enough, that setting. Yeah, this pickup there, it's a Sustainiac, so it needs a battery. And even if I'm not playing with the Sustainiac on, as long as the guitar is plugged in, the battery is draining. And today, the pickup would not work. So anyway, so yeah, basically, all you got to do is the same rhythm that was given yesterday, but you're really just going to hold like a power chord shape and move it down and move it back up. So hopefully that works out better for you. Kind of wanted it to be over here because I felt like you can just kind of look at the rhythm and not worry about, moving positions so much. And then you can focus on the strumming a little more easily, maybe. But hopefully the chord changes are not too, well, yeah, they're not too crazy, but just didn't want to distract from getting the strumming to sound as good as possible. So let's see how things go here. The other thing to keep in mind is, we're only doing one thing each week, which is absolutely going to make things take longer to get where you might want to be. So worth considering if you want to try and get things to go faster. If you can, bump up to 2 things a week or even 3 things a week. For like one-on-one students, usually we do 3 things a week anyway. I feel like that's plenty right there. Some people do better with just 2. It really depends on the person. So if you feel like you got the time, maybe consider doing that. Going up to 2 or even 3 things a week. We can get more done that way. The length of time to spend on each thing would be a little bit different. So usually when it comes to 3 things a week, I tell people keep it between 10 and 15 minutes for each individual thing. So this way you get nice equal amounts of work with everything. And then because we're only doing the one thing right now, 15 to 20 minutes. And yeah, it's only one thing, so we could technically go even longer with it. But I think that's just not necessary. So if we do 2 things each week, it'll still be like 15 to 20 minutes each thing as a maximum. But if you feel like that's too much time, and like it's taken away from other things you want to do schedule-wise, we can also do like 10 to 15 minutes per drill or exercise if we go to 2 things a week. So like 10 to 15 minutes for number 1, 10 to 15 for number 2. So this way you're still working about like 20 to 30 minutes for both of them. So yeah, just let me know if you'd like to do that, or we can keep on with this. Check out that video where I talk about basically the game plan for really everybody. And just how we approach the game plan is going to be different for each person. So yeah, strumming has to be down. We got to make it sound correct. It is a basic skill that we have to have in order to play, aggressive power chord stuff really well. Because if that pick's getting stuck in the strings, that's going to slow us down big time. So it's got to be done. It's a non-negotiable. It has to happen. Okay, so hopefully the new chords help you out. Any other questions, please let me know. And I will see you again in your new video.